Hi guys, hello and welcome to Technology Simplicity YouTube channel. My name is Chong. Welcome to today's topics of GoDigital Live Series, and we will talk about CRM in year 2022. Yeah, we all been actually know that CRM is good. Okay, perhaps your company or your business already been adopting the CRM so far, and perhaps some of you might still stuck with like whether you fully utilize the CRM features in your business. Today we're going to go through the good things about CRM and how do you actually choose a better CRM for yourself or for tools when you already start. You might want to know how to choose the best CRM for your business. So why not? Let's go. Okay, before I really started, I really wanted to thank all the audiences out there, all the subscribers, all the supporters, regardless you actually send in the feedbacks, a compliment, a questions, or anything. I am truly honored and really touched and appreciated every single one out there. Yeah, you, especially those who are watching right now. Thank you so much. Because of you, the milestone of this belongs to all of us. Okay, allow me to review the achievement up to today after half a year I started this YouTube channel is yay! I finally reached 21,000 plus views for the total in total for the whole channel. And of course, you might think, okay, 21,000, I thought it's not much. Okay, comparing to two YouTube video that doing dancing or perhaps workout, those video that people can repeatedly follow, that is definitely is higher rate compared to the video that I produce is which is mostly is one-time use. Okay, if you're judging on that one, plus I admit all the videos I produce is not for entertainment and is a bit boring. So if I manage to grab this amount of views, for me is a major milestone. And of course, don't forget you're the one to make it. Thank you so much. Okay, enough with the celebration. Let's continue for today's topic. And before that, I already promised all the audiences out there, every single Go Digital Live Series will be have giveaway. And today's, thanks to my winner, we'll give away 10 commercial posting, which is actually worth about 100 USD. In Ringgit Malaysia, it's about 400 plus. Yeah. Okay, please stay tuned the end. Okay, the giveaway will be the end of today's session, and the question mostly will be about what we discussed later. Okay, let's go. So if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the live chat, and of course put protects from spam and tools comments, right? The live chat is only available for subscribers only, and you can't actually really chat too much. And there's a 5 minutes buffer. If I'm not mistaken, let me double check. Yep, yeah, that is that. So welcome to subscribe to my channel, especially for tools we want to win the way to give away. Okay, please stay back. Okay, let's move to today's topic, the best CRM in 2022. Okay, some of you might wondering, is there a reason I put 2022? I thought the CRM is almost the same. It's just to share you, most of the CRM software actually 7 CRM that I'm going to review later, all of them are cloud-based. So when we say cloud-based, is something like your Gmail, something like the Facebook that you use, which means it could be updated every single day. So 1 year before and 1 year after, it will be quite a lot of changes. So this is why when I say best CRM, from my personal point of view, it will be a time-based sensitive, which means it apply for this year. Probably next year when you view this video, it might not apply anymore. Okay, so this is very time-based, limited, and sensitive. Okay, so we're going to discuss about which one is free, which one is limited, what are the limitations, and how to choose. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, by the way, one more time, if you have any question, feel free to put in the live chat, and let's discuss together. Okay, there's no right or wrong here. What I say so far is based on my very personal opinion as well as my very personal research. So the disclaimer is for education purpose and is not for you to take it as a professional judgment. Okay, we do not endorse or approve or assume any responsibility for the content accuracy and completeness of the information presented. Okay, enough with the chit chat. Let's come here today. CRM Some of you might like, okay, I thought CRM is customer relationship management. So what does really CRM do for me? Number one, you want to prospecting for leads, which means it could be something like when you post in your Facebook, post in your Google business, everywhere, then someone actually say, hi, I'm interested. That is actually called potential leads. So how you actually prospecting these leads and capture it and convert it into a sales, you need a funnel, you need a system to actually really go and automate most of the response, or perhaps you need a management in terms of utilizing the software to um you know to manage the whole process, especially if you have a big team to handle this process. If you are alone, then definitely it will be the other story. But you still can utilizing the CRM system for you to have a clear SOP from step one to, to after sales service. Okay, so prospecting and capturing sales service, sales leads and leads, that's the core here. Okay, the number three is you want to build the relationship with the prospect. Okay, prospect means someone who just feel interested with something you actually share out. They might not be your lead, they might not be your customer, they might not even your user. They're just interested to the topics. It's called prospect. So you want to build a relationship with them so that you can capture not just their attention, you can prove to them you're actually knowledgeable. And lastly, you want them to understand more that what you really provide rather than just the product or the services or the additional things that you can provide and why it's me. Okay, that is the relationship you wanted to provide. And number four is you are looking at the pipelines to infer the potential. So you want to know which stage is a time for you to actually push the sales. Okay, sometimes I understand in the sales world, people might say that why you always do hard sales. There's actually no such thing called hard sales. It's always about the timing, whereby the people will most appreciate your values. So from there, CRM software actually have certain features for you to actually identify whether the prospect is a good timing or not. Okay. Then number five is you want to setting up with the meetings with prospects. Okay. It will put a lot of time, energy, and so on and efforts, right? So you want to make sure the meeting is there's a proper agenda and it will achieve your objective. Okay. So you can track that. Especially if you're a bigger team, you want to know how is your team members doing with the meeting and so on. And last two, this is very important for a CMS software, even though you are alone, is after you close the deals, what do? You send a feedback form, stuff like that to retain them. As well as the last one is how you're going to retain your client. I think there's a statistic out there that's showing that to recruit a new client versus to retain a client as an, upsells them other services and so on, the percentage is actually near to 80%. So you want to acquire one new leads and convert into sales, let's say it should take $10. But if you actually engage your existing customer to buy something else from you, it probably you just spend about $2. So there's a huge gap there. So utilize your existing clients. Okay, the retention is key here. So this in general, this is what CRM do for you. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so some of you might ask, do you really need CRM for your business? I know, I know. Yeah, exactly at this phase, right? It's like, are you serious? You still asking me this? Do you need that? Okay, I know some of you might say, I'm alone. Do I really need the system? I only have few customers, four or five. But let me ask you, sir, do you really know what are your client status right now? Do you actually identify the stages? Do you actually really, you know, you know what to do next with your this client A or not, or client B? If you're not sure, if you still blur, you might need a tool to help you at least to keep track of the status. Do you agree so far? If you don't agree, please put in the live chat and let's discuss, okay? Don't afraid to voice out your opinion, okay? This Go Digital Live Series is not about me sharing with you. It's about we discuss two-way, okay? Please welcome. Okay, so the answer for me is everybody needs CRM as long as you're in the business line, product, services, anything else. Okay, the features in general, the CRM you can expect are number one, which is the most importantly, is contact management. When we say contact management, it doesn't mean the phone book. It should be a lot of columns behind. Imagine it's like Excel form. You have your name, your phone, your email. Then you should have status, like whether this customer is is your VVIP. Okay, presuming this customer is spending more than 100K in purchasing your product and services in your company, then this person should be very valuable. Okay, they actually contribute a lot. And of course, you should put more roles in terms of the context, like what are the things to do, the history, when's the last time you keep in touch with them. This is contact management. And secondly is lead management. When we say contact on the above means those who are already confirmed with client, those who purchase before, make transaction before, order before, and so on. Actually, it really depends on how you put it, but for me, that's the way. And leads, number two, and leads management is more like it could be a lot of context there. It could be just email, it could be just phone number, and it could be just name. Okay, we don't know how you capture it and how you design it, but it could be many. So how are you going to utilize all the big, all the massive data, assuming you can manage to capture a lot of it? Okay, then the number three is your opportunity management. From the leads itself, you might actually can filter out by sending out some email, and then you want to see whether they really read or not. If they read means they're actually very interested, as well as they click on the email contents. That's actually one of the way you identify whether it's a great opportunity from the leads or not. Yeah, I'm just sharing some technique. Okay, number three. And number four is customer communications management. Okay, some customer they might not really read your email. So you want to broadcast them to WhatsApp or SMS, okay, or perhaps the other channels. Okay, it really depends on how you design the flow, right? So a CRM in general, I believe it should be have multi-channels. So you have customer communications management. Then number five is dashboard and reports. This is very important because imagine you have a lot of leads. I'm talking about million of leads. Then you have like 1,000 plus of clients. Then you got a lot of opportunity. You need a dashboard to tell you which one you should tackle next. Which one, what are the tasks that's critical to you right now? You need that. Okay. That's why a live update dashboard is the key here. Even though you are just alone. Okay. And number two, of course, the report is actually, even though, yeah, again, I repeat, even though you are just alone, the report is actually going to give you a good insights like what you yourself be performed for the past 6 months. You need to improve or not. If the numbers is not satisfying, you might need to tweak something. So the report is there. So that's number five. Be sure they want to look at it. And number six, this is a bit technical, but you should think about that, which is platform capability. Whether the CRM can be used in your mobile phone, or it can be used in your laptop, or just, it's whether it's multiple devices, compatible, including cross OS. For example, your your CRM can only install Windows. Then what about your team member is using MacBook or perhaps something else? So think about that. So platform capability you might need to think, but thanks to today's technology in terms of the cloud service, most of the CRM software out there is already cloud-based. Yeah, cloud-based means you just go to the web browser and you can log in anyway. But of course, when it comes to platform capability, one more thing is about the screen interface. Okay, but the one that I'm talk discuss later. Now in terms of features in general. Then after this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, number 7, the workflow. Let's say you already cleared it from leads to opportunity to engaging to a sales converted. You confirm the flow, and then you want to automate certain parts. For example, before you actually invoice out to your client because they confirm they want to pursuing your product or try to get your service, right? You might want to auto shoot out like, oh, okay, if you pay today 100%, I give you 10% discount. Versus if you pay 50% upfront, 50% after the project, for example, it might be much more expensive. Actually, this is one of the good way for you to actually capture more cash flow. So that is workflows. This is just for example. And last two is if we talk about team collaboration. When it comes to you working alone, yes, you can choose the one that you love the most, you are most familiar with, it's up to you. But when you have a team, you need to consider whether you need to teach the person in terms of using the software like CRM or not. The collaboration part as well, whether we can pass a task to you, you can pass the contact to me, or are we actually looking at the same data at the same time, and so on. So again, next to cloud capability, team collaboration no longer is a big issue, but you might need to pay attention to the team collaboration of features because most of the CRM out there, when it comes to more team members who come in, the higher, the more expensive it is. Okay, that is the last rule. And the last but not least, CRM is just part of your business. So it's talk about you need to integrate with other services out there. For example, you have a lot of files whereby before a prospect converted to a client, you might need to share some portfolio or some example, which is in PDF form or in image mode, whereby all those pictures you're actually storing in, for example, Dropbox or Google Drive or OneDrive, right? So the best scenario is your CRM software can communicate with your prospect and client. At the same time, you can pull in the data or just call from OneDrive, Dropbox, the file that you want and directly show to your client without, download, upload, and then share again. Yeah, this is time. It doesn't make sense so much. Okay, so integration will be one feature you might need to look around. Okay, that is the features in general. Okay, let's look at further, as in what are the considerations when you want to choose good CRM. For me, always, yeah, 99% out there, people will actually always ask this first: cost. Whether it's really, really expensive or actually it's more like pay as per you go. Okay, so far, most of the CRM software out there, it allows you to have free with limited features. Okay, especially the one that I love the most here is called HubSpot. Okay, take a look. Okay, I'm going to put in the link, all the good CRM software links under the video description, which will be available after 24 to 48 hours. Okay, you can click on it. Feel free to explore. Okay, and of course, if you have more questions about how to utilize the software, definitely you can ask me, or you perhaps can directly check with the CRM provider. Nowadays, they have great videos, great tutorials, not just by Chong, okay? They have a lot there. Okay, so definitely number one is the cost. Some CRM software is, the first setup is very expensive, but you can use it by many users. Let's say you can straight away start up and then you can straight away go to 2000. Some software is like, starting with 15, then they charge you every single person that you add in. So you might need to pay attention on the cost. Secondly, for me, this is very important, is ease of use. Remember just now when I say when you want to onboard a new team member and coming in, do you really need to spend a lot of time to guide the person or not? Say you're a startup, you're a freelancer, you might need to guide them yourself rather than you have to pay them or organize some training for them because it requires additional cost. So ease of use might be one of the good point for you. So explore the CRM yourself. Okay, at the same time, you ask yourself, do I need to teach the other person? Okay, think about that. Try to play around without much help. Then I believe you have the answer. Okay, number three is deployment. Is it very difficult for me to deploy a CRM system for my company? Remember just now I mentioned about integration. So integration and deployment is two match point here. Because you want, for example, I've been so used to using OneDrive, I've been so used to Asana, I've been so used to Facebook ads and Google ads, like Facebook page, then I manage the data in terms of I'm using Google Data Studio, blah 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 blah, right? There are a lot of services there. Okay, even though email is one thing, okay, which I use. Sometimes I use AnyBlue, sometimes I use MailChimp, therefore broadcast SMS, I use Twilio and so on. Okay, that's for example, right? I already have an existing tools that are helping me. So when I'm onboarding CRM system, when I want to deploy it, yes, number one, in terms of deployment, is we want to check how fast we can configure the whole thing. Of course, the more complex of the CRM is, it will taking much more time for deployment. But doesn't mean longer time deployment in terms of first setup is actually bad thing. Sometimes you set up is a pain. But once you set up, the automation will be save you a lots of time. Actually, this happened to many other software, including this automation software. Yes, setup is pain, I understand. Please be patient on that, okay? Don't, if you look at people like, oh, they can set up newsletter in 5 minutes. Don't expect the setup is 5 minutes. When you set up, you're talking about you need to give a lot of information, your business information, you want to verify it's you, the domain name is you, you are the business owner, and so on. There are so many things to fill up. So the deployment here is much more like whether you deploy to your existing business ecosystem is connected or not. Like I mentioned just now, you use a lot of services. If your CRM cannot communicate with other service, you actually stop there. The communication might stop. your production might stop, your calling of files might start and so on. So think about that. Then number four, email, mobile, social. These three is essential in today's world. Okay, last time it still might not be a necessary, but now you need to think about whether you can integrate your email service with your current CRM. That's number one. Number two, for mobile is whether you can still browse your CRM certain features, or you can browse in just the live updates, reports through mobile. Because sometimes when you go traveling, when you're using your mobile, you want to know the answer as well on the spot, okay, without asking your team members. So you need mobile looping. So double check whether the CRM software give you the mobile apps or not. And number three, I think this one, so sure, this is super important. Nowadays, I don't think any business don't have their social media account. I think 99.999% all of us have. Okay, at least starting from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channel, LinkedIn, or even Twitter account, or perhaps any other social network that you rely on. So it's very important that your CRM system actually have integration with the social account, not just for posting, not just of tracking, but also doing advertising. That is wonderful, right? Okay, imagine your CRM software is connected to everywhere. The ecosystem is there. And last but not least, there are two more things. Okay, this might be not priority, but you need to consider that also. Number five, in terms of support. Let's say you wanted to do some complexity in terms of integration or in terms of workflow that might be the logic might be it's not easy to implement. You need the CRM software provider to actually guide you. So you double check whether their support is a live chat or need to wait, like send an email and then wait for half day, then they return to you, and then after 4 or 5 exchange of email, then only you can come to solution, which it takes about 4 to 5 days, rather than comparing to the so-called live chat or phone call directly to get an answer within an hours. Okay, so double check on the support. And last but not least, this might not apply to most of the startup or SMEs, but it should be something that you need to consider also in the long run in terms of security. Because remember, one of the features for CRM is contact management, which means all your customer data, your prospects, your leads will be in the CRM software. So you don't know whether who are using that particular database, who can access and so on. So security is coming on one of the great thing you need to consider when choosing a CRM. Okay, so far I've been sharing with you this very key point. I know it's very simple in terms of slide, but these are the things I've been researching for weeks. Yeah, last time plus the last week before comes to here, I really researched, and this is my summary. Okay, the key considerations in general when you're choosing CRM system. Okay, so let me share with you one last idea. The CRM in terms of parts, you will divide into three parts. The first part is always sales, okay, which is talking about practice and strategy. You're talking about lead management, you're talking about calendar. Then number two, you talk about marketing here. When it comes to marketing, you need the technology to help you. So in terms of services integration, as well as task management, if you're talking about team management, okay, this is marketing. And number three is customer life cycle. The moment that you know about your brand until they purchase your goods and they retain and repeat the sales. So you need customer support, you need the contact management, and last but not least, don't forget you need an analytic and report. This is very important. So these are the parts that should be assist in the CRM. Okay, in that regard, this okay, when it comes to here, there are more than 1,000 CRM solutions out there. I know you're going to like, wow, then how should I choose, right? Okay, put it this way. There are contenders here, there are leaders here, there are high performers here, there are niche here. Okay, what does mean niche and so on? There are two variable of the map. I mean, if you get this graph, it's called satisfactions and called market presence. Okay, so the leaders, if you look at this side, is more like Salesforce, HubSpot, and Zoho CRM, Freshworks, and so on. Okay. However, it doesn't mean choose to appear here is not a good one. Okay, it's just they are more niche in certain aspect. By the way, this This is not by me, and this is actually by G2, okay, and analytic firms. So that give us actually. So one thing is myth is some people might ask, if I have a CRM, do I need an ERP? Okay, let me explain a little bit, a little bit. So for CRM, just like I already mentioned, it's based on customer in terms of process. For ERP, however, you are talking about back-to-back office function. So it's much more about operations. Then in terms of objective, CRM is trying to maximize the profit because you want to convert sales for every single leads and prospect and opportunity. On the other hand, ERP is actually lets you to minimize costs because you want to streamline the better operations flows. Then the teams that use CRM is more like front end functions like sales and marketing. And teams that use for ERP is more like accounting, human resources. Okay, you get a rough idea. And benefit in terms of CRM is more like contact, customer, database, and engagement. On the other hand, ERP is more like project, supply chain management. Okay, last but not least, budget wise, CRM is very affordable nowadays. Okay, it's available. Most of them have free. Please explore. Yeah, just visit and come and play around. Yeah, no need to afraid. Okay, it's free. Okay, and unless you upload like 1 million contacts, then indirectly you are not free because you are giving away your free database. Okay, and there are pay as you go plan and so on for CRM. And for ERP, most ERP are very expensive software, primarily for large firm because if you only have two persons working on that, you don't need an ERP to be honest. You just need a CRM system because you could be have 1,000 customers even though just two persons working. But if you just have two persons working in your company or your business, you don't need ERP. Okay, remember that. So I kind of answer you already in terms of CRM and ERP. It could be like this. Okay, I'm just showing you a glance. Sales marketing is more on CRM. ERP is more on pay and human resources and so on. Then the other CRM is more like project services, field services, manufacturer, finance, and so on. Okay, so in a glance. So lastly, okay, in terms of wrap up, I want to point out those who are using a CRM in their company or business, 29% increase in sales. Okay, this is the facts by HubSpot, and is a research done by, I forgot the firm, okay, 29%. And in terms of team productivity, sales is 34% increase. Okay, which means every dollar you spend on a CRM, average return is about $8. So $1 is spent on CRM system. Okay, when you say spend on CRM system, doesn't mean you just pay the CRM, you pay for maybe 50 cents for CRM, then 50 cents for the ads, which you integrated to Facebook ads or Google ads. Okay, so $1 you get $8.71 in return. So it's quite a good investment. And lastly is the amount of the sales cycle is shortened with the data accessibility of CRM is 8 to 40%. So actually last time when you would pull in like how many leads I have on hand, you might need to spend half an hour. Now it's shortened by 40%. I know it might not be a big amount, but actually it's a lot in terms of a long run. Let's say you're trying to access the data many times in the days basis, or people really be the weekly basis. Okay, so we're out already. So of course today's I already share you the CRM considerations, the features and so on. Okay, I didn't point out which one is the best. In fact, the logos that I pointed out here are the best choices really. Okay, I'm not going to demo to you which and which. Okay, this is more like a discussion. Live series is always discussion and information sharing, or perhaps insight sharing. Okay, so this is for today's, and I promise there will be a giveaway, right? Remember, I know you can't wait already. Okay, please stay a little bit more. Let me share with you some announcement and just some upcoming ones. But last and again, every Wednesday 8:15 p.m. Okay, I'm going to go live and talk about Go Digital. Okay, please stay, please join me, and the link is always the same. It's sx88.my/Go Digital Live. Okay, if you can't remember, just follow my Instagram, my Facebook, or perhaps my LinkedIn. The link will always bio left side. And this link always will updated to the weekly live link. Okay, thanks to SSAP, that can actually one link always divert to another link, so I can update from time to time. So I no need to share with you a new link every week, right? Okay, and Remember last 2 weeks I started to announce saying that next topic will be decided by you. And thank you so much for those who voted and coming out with some topics. Okay. We finally have another next one. So I show you the next word result. The top that chosen out of the topics there will be the CTO as a service. Okay, I believe some of you may follow my company Jagole and you might wondering, okay, why Jagole been updated? That's why you guys actually put up the next topic. So 69% of you, I mean 69% of the total words is going to CTO as a service. So next week we will talk about CTO as a service. I'm going to share with you how exactly it works. Okay, so follow me, join me. Yeah, which is next week. And now it's time for giveaway. Yes, my Winnet commercial posting. You can leverage on the traffic of 2 million plus impressions. Okay, this is a lot for a small website. And you can post it up with the permanent post plus a backlink to your website, which actually helps you a lot in terms of your SEO. Okay, and it's transparent reviewer counter, so you no need to question whether the post you updated really have traffic or not. Okay, but of course, don't forget, even though the website is huge, traffic's huge, you still need to be great in terms of the content. Okay, else you can blame me. Okay, so let's go. Today's question is CRM and ERP the same? Okay, the answer is super simple. Okay, everyone out there, please get ready and submit your answer. And as per the tips here, the first correct answer at live chat will be the winner. Okay, please share with me your answer. Yes or no? Is CRM and ERP the same? Those who follow me just now, I'm sure you have the answer, right? Okay, please submit your answer. I'm going to give you a few seconds. Okay, I'm sorry that those who can't submit the answer in the live chat because I trigger the subscribers mode only. Because previously there are a lot of spam. Okay, I received. Yes, I saw one answer and it's a correct answer. Let me review the answer first. And the answer is no. Okay, the answer is no. So congratulations to what's the name? Actually, I answered twice. I'm not sure should I give him or not. I'm not if it's a him or her. Nowadays we do know, right? Okay, congratulations to Mooncake. Yeah, you answer no. Okay, congrats one more time. Okay, please contact me through my IG or Facebook. Okay, PM me, then share me. I'm going to give you the coupon code in terms of the My Winner giveaway. And again, every week we have a Tech Direct Talk on every Friday, 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. every Friday. And so this coming Friday, we have an exciting invited guest out. So please join us. And allow me to put in some announcement. Okay, 2 years back, or 2019 November, I launched my very first book. It's called Technology Simplicity, and it's focusing on how you're using simplified tools, maybe one or two together, and achieve something better. Okay, we're talking about the tools that you've been so familiar and been so get into it. So my first book and my second book will be out soon. And this round, I'm going to share with you how you use these simplified tools that I share you on the first book to build a company and also the business model. Okay, it's called Jagole. Okay, please join in, and we're talking about zero to whole hero and maximizing automation to achieve it. So the whole book is about economic shift to the digital space, buying and interacting, digital customer journey, as well as the critical core processes when we talk about digital business, from growth, efficiency to customer service, and so on. Okay, please grab the second book if you haven't, and thank you so much for those who supported. And I'm so sorry that again the date will be delayed slightly again because we're going to have refined, polish the content one more time. Okay, because this book is going to consist of 100 case studies, success story insight for you to understand how others can utilize simple tools to achieve a success in their business. Okay, regardless what are the industry. So please save the date, 1st of July. Okay, or you can go to sxada.my/j-book2. Yeah, that is my second book. And again, as I mentioned to you, technology simplicity for one of my lifetime job also, I like to look for a lifetime subscriptions, especially to limited time only. Okay, I'm going to put in a list, then you just explore it. Okay, if you feel like you need the tools, or you feel like you have a budget, please grab it first. Especially tools that with a lifelong, because you get a lifetime. Okay, please get that. Okay, I'm putting in the video description after 24 to 48 hours after this live. And last but not least, I want to welcome everyone out there, regardless you have amazing numbers or not, up to you. Even though 1 to 100, 1 to 10 for me is a big leap, right, for personal. So if you have any great success story, please submit through your tag media. It's free nominations, okay? And just submit yours, okay? It will be a success story of technology. So please submit that before, not before lah, just submit every time. Okay, for those who submitted, your story might be featured on Hall of Fame of Tech Media, okay? And the issue 1 of the magazine will be out real soon, okay? Stay tuned. You can go to techmedia.asia, okay? And that's all for today. Okay, I'm sorry about the time delay. Today's the topic is a bit a lot, okay? So thank you so much for joining me and stay with me so far. And for Tush, if you enjoy this video, please do me a favor. Like this video, okay? Like this video, subscribe to my channel definitely, and put a ring. And of course, share to your friends, whoever you think they will be enjoy or benefit from whatever I'm sharing about technology simplicity. My name is Jay Chong. Thank you for watching, and most importantly, stay home, stay safe. See you again on next Wednesday, 8:15 p.m. Thank you and bye bye.